our daily doldrums and then going into the end of the week. One of the biggest news events that we've had here today is the fact that we had our SpaceX IPO, and this is a very small time frame. We're looking at 1,600 ticks. We could probably go out a little bit further here, but you'll notice when you're looking at the price action on that smaller time frame, we're essentially using the $135 open price, and what it keeps doing is we have 50% retracements continue to it's debatable whether these are actually happening. It'd be important to actually witness it going on, but you can see here we ran from the 50 and we stopped right at a profit target, and it does look like we made another then pullback, which then was defended and then didn't complete a profit target, and it ran right into a line in the sand again. Now, whether that is a bad print or not is debatable. This is not very liquid, but it is going to be interesting over the next coming days to pay attention to this. And I wanted to point out, why are we drawing those on that time frame? And when you get an IPO like this, there's always a big question. Do you go buy out and buy the IPO? And the answer is no. You wait for the pullback. There's so many of these IPOs that end up making retracements. And you go back here on Tesla, and you go back to the beginning, and you essentially take zero to highs. And what you'll see is that you made 50% retracements along the way from zero. And so the question we're asking with SpaceX is, how high will it travel before the I would say the break of the 135 lows to highs, right? Because that's the price of the 50% of the known price action. And then when we're looking at this from the perspective of when it breaks the 135 lows to highs, then we're anticipating it coming into a 50% retracement. This is Tesla. Tesla went up to 19 and then back to 9. Got cut in half. It ran to targets. You look at the longer term time frame, you can see all the way back here. Zero to highs. This was a larger pullback here. It actually broke into it in late 2022. When was that? That was the dollar strength year, wasn't it? That was when we have all of these very dramatic drawdowns inside of our broad markets. We already had another 50% retracement in Tesla, the 244. And the big question, again, another new question that we should be asking is, will as we move forward here into the future, will we see another one of these full retracements? And you go out to the daily chart, and you just kind of speculate now, what's 0 to 174.26? What is the pullback? It's an 86. What's interesting is that Morningstar gave a valuation based on the known numbers of 63. So it would not be unusual at some point in the future to have that opportunity. This stream continues at emoneyaddict.com. The link is in the description. Join me there for tools and resources for learning measured move trading. I wrote the book on the measured move. Check out the hundreds of others that have learned trading plan development, pattern recognition, money management, and trading discipline with me to become the best, most confident trader that you can be.